Final moments now with the roundtable and a review. David Plouffe, Senior Advisor to the President on this program, talking about the key sticking point. Will there be tax increases as part of this deal or not? This is what he said.
What's clear is, where the President stands is where the American people stand. That if we're going to do another set of deficit reduction, over $1 trillion, they're going to insist it be balanced. Because if you're a middle-class family, if you're
a senior citizen... But it's not going to be balanced. There's no tax increases in this. The President said it had to have tax increases, had to be balanced. Yeah. That's not what's in this deal.
Well, listen, this committee is going to be charged with coming up with additional deficit reduction. There's no way to do it without smart entitlement reform and tax reform.
Is this left, Congressman, deliberately gauzy? Will there be tax increases down the road when the special committee comes together, comes out with recommendations for more cuts that are on the back end of this deal?
That's actually one of the problems I have with the deal, because I think it is opening the door for tax increases. I think there should be tax reform, and I think every member of the House of Representatives on the Republican side believes that there should be tax reform. I think every person should pay the same rate. I think it should be across the board, and I think it should be fair to all Americans.
Jim Cramer, again, a pressing financial question. Are Treasury bonds safe as we sit here?
Yes, absolutely. Don't even want to panic any people on that. They are still the last resort place to be, both for China, which owns most they have the preponderance of our debt, and us. Don't ever want to take that off the table. The full faith and credit of the United States will be good during this period.
There is, Tom Brokaw, a digital conversation going on, as we reference every week, and it is discussed with Washington. I know as you travel around the country, you hear it. From Facebook, Eric F. writes this: I think we now have elected officials that are afraid of their support bases rather than wanting to represent them. Why does it seem that compromise is a dirty word these days? On Twitter, from Tim Hare, I have never been less confident about the future, which is loaded on so many terms. I remember election night in 2010. You talked about independent voters being a movable feast. What kind of message are we heading for next year in the election as a result of a near government shutdown and now near default?
Well, it's still very much in play, but I would say about the Tea Party, for example, they played by the rules of American politics. They got angry, they got organized, they got here, and they got what they wanted. And they did it with discipline. Whether or not in the long haul it's good for the larger universe is a very open question at this point. If you want to change Washington, that's what you have to do. You have to get organized around your passions and your interests. And you can't say, as the Congressman indicated earlier, I want you to cut, but not my programs. This is a critical time in the 21st century, and we're talking not just about the markets on Monday, we're talking about our grandchildren, and we're talking about the future of this country as it goes forward in a hotly competitive international environment. You know, during Ronald Reagan's time, we didn't have China and Brazil and India. Oil was a manageable price at that time. It's a much different environment.
All right. We're going to leave it there. Tom and all, thank you very much. Before we go,